Catching every shiny starter has become a ton easier with the release of the Indigo Disc DLC for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Gone are the days of doing software resets for thousands upon thousands of attempts, and cheers to the day of the sandwich. We are on a mission to catch every shiny starter Pokemon in the terrarium by tackling one biome at a time. In the last episode, we tackled the Savannah biome, and after 4 hours and 8 minutes, we had all 6 shiny starters available in that biome. Today, we move our sights to the Canyon biome. In the Canyon biome, we only have 5 targets. These are Litten, Turtwig, Treecko, Squirtle, and Tepig. All but one of these can be isolated to shiny hunt them, and, well, you'll see how the other one goes. I decided to hunt for Litten first, as this was the shiny that I was most excited about getting in the Canyon biome. The white and red palette is just a true masterpiece. Litten can be isolated here, at the top of this mountain, sorta in the middle of the biome. So I made my way there and created a delicious fire-type sandwich using some basil and herba mystica. This raised our shiny odds to 1 in 683, instead of hunting at the typical 1 in 1365 that we usually have while just hunting with the shiny charm. Shiny Litten is very noticeable, so I felt quite happy just strolling around during this hunt, but did notice this little area down the side of the mountain which gave huge spawn numbers. I decided to do a few picnic resets, which is when you stay in one spot and set up your picnic over and over again to bring out all the new spawns, and it didn't take long before something shined. Op. There it is. First sandwich. Look at it. Look. Wow. Look at him. Yeah. Nice. Jump in the premiere ball. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, we will. Look at that. Right before the 30-minute mark. 29 minutes. Perfect. After only 30 minutes, we had our first shiny, and man was it a good one. I still had some time left with the fire sparkling power, so I decided to head over to a spot near the bottom of the biome to hunt for Tepig. After running around for a wee while, our sparkling power just ran out, and shiny Tepig decided it didn't want to show just yet. This meant that we had a decision to make. In this area, both Tepig and Squirtle spawn, so I had a choice on who I wanted to hunt next. Spoiler, this decision would set me up for many terrible mistakes while hunting in this biome. These mistakes would lead me to creating my rules for shiny hunting, which, by the way, I still didn't follow while doing this hunt. I decided that I would hunt Squirtle next. I saved my game so that we wouldn't waste herba mystica on sandwiches that we didn't get anything on, which ended up being rule number 1. I decided that I would make a level 3 encounter power and level 3 sparkling power sandwich. And after enjoying this delicious water sandwich, I was ready to see a trillion Squirtle pop up on my screen. Unfortunately, this was not the case, and I knew I would need to reset for outbreaks if I wanted any chance of getting this shiny quickly. Now, as you can see on my map, I still had outbreaks spawning from the most recent outbreak event, and I had a small suspicion that these were taking up valuable real estate where I could be getting Squirtle outbreaks. Technically, the event was already over, so I could connect to the internet and get rid of them. Simple. So that's what I did, without thinking at all, and that would come back to bite me very soon. I began the date skipping process, but was quickly reminded of the traumatic experience that was resetting for a Totodile outbreak, and decided that I would instead restart my game, reclaim my herba mystica, and search for Tepig instead. So, I restarted my game, reclaimed my... Wait, why did I spawn here? This is not where I saved. It was here that I realized that by connecting to the internet, my game needed to be saved, which caused me to spawn here instead. And since my game had been restarted, I not only lost the Urban Mystica I used on the water sandwich, but I also lost the sandwich buffs completely. This brings us to rule 2. Do not, I repeat, do not connect to the internet if you think you may need to reset your game. After a quick cry in the corner, I threw together a level 3 Fire Sammy, mixed with a few tears, and literally like 2 minutes later, this happened. Well, hello there. Wow. That did not take long at all. In fact, let's have a look. We still have 27 minutes and 55 seconds. Hello there. Right. Why no catch? Excuse me. Kick out of this. Yeah? Yeah, that's what I thought. You get in there, ball. Boy. 2 down. 50 minutes into this challenge and we had already caught 2 of our targets. At this point in the last episode, we hadn't even caught 1 yet, so we were in a really good spot to get an amazing time. Next up was Treecko. Treecko has a great shiny and was the first starter I remember really falling in love with. Treecko spawns on the grassy area on top of the mountain where you would typically see your version's fossil Pokemon. For Scarlet, this is Cranidos, and for Violet, this is Shieldon. However, if we whip together a level 3 Grass Encounter Power and Sparkling Power sandwich, we can get endless Treecko spawns, which makes for a great isolated hunt. And after creating this absolute masterpiece, we got to hunting and it didn't take long before we saw the unique one. Hey! Hey! Hello? Hello? Excuse me? You came up so quickly. It's very noticeable too. The red tail just gives it away. Hell yeah! Okay, maybe not. Do I false swipe it? He's friend shaped. No, get in the ball. How could you? No, he didn't even catch this one. It's all over for you, mate. You're going in this one. What did I say? What did I say? Called it. I called it. Only 11 minutes after catching shiny Tepig, we added shiny Treecko to the team. We now had caught 3 of our 5 targets and were only just an hour into the challenge. And even better, I still had a whole lot of time left on my grass sandwich boost, so we quickly made our way over to where we hunted Litten, as this was also the perfect space to isolate our next target, Turtwig. Turtwig is another starter line that I absolutely adore, and its shinies are really great too. I got to hunting by just running around the area and I wasn't really seeing the shiny anywhere, so I decided that I would try some picnic resets. But right before I set down my picnic for the first time, this happened. We go from like here. It's probably too much of a slope, right? Never mind. There it is. Hello? Hi, little buddy. Ah, very noticeable. Look at that. And look at that. Very noticeable. I was just about to reset too. Ah, it's only been an hour and 13 minutes. And We have 4. Provided this guy jumps on the ball, but like... Come on. Nope, still nothing. Cool. We didn't get it, but you know. A luxury ball. Is that a bit of you, Turtwig? You like luxury balls? No. No, he does not. Nice. There it is. We have one more to go. Shiny Turtwig had finally joined the team. And just look how cute they are. And just like that, we were on to the last target for the Canyon biome. It took us 4 hours and 8 minutes to catch every shiny starter in the Savannah biome, and it had only taken us 1 hour and 16 minutes to catch 4 of our 5 targets in the Canyon biome. We were on track for an amazing time, and all we had to do was catch a shiny Squirtle, and that couldn't be nearly as grueling as the Totodile hunt, right? Right? I decided the best way for us to find the shiny Gen 1 starter would be to reset for an outbreak to increase spawn numbers and in turn increase encounters. Mix this with a water power sandwich and the odds would be ever in our favour. By creating a water encounter power level 2 sandwich and setting up in Squirtle's general spawn area before starting our resets, we would be able to maximise our odds of a Squirtle outbreak spawning. We then started the process of date skipping, and after 36 minutes doing 104 resets, we finally had a Squirtle outbreak. Okay. There is a Squirtle outbreak, finally. We have been trying for this for so long. Look at the time, right? When we started the date skips, we were at 1 hour and about 17 minutes. That's how long we've been skipping dates. We made our way over to the outbreak and I noticed there were a lot of other Pokemon spawning in this area, which meant there were a lot less Squirtle spawns. But that was okay because we can make up for this by making a level 3 water encounter and sparkling power sandwich using Herba Mystica. And I even remembered rule number 1. But I would also need to create a new rule here. Just watch the clip and see if you notice. Delicious lettuce sandwich. Sour lettuce sandwich. Nice.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't think this grass sandwich is going to help us much in our search for Squirtle. Anyway, I wouldn't notice this until it was already too late, so I'm just going to carry on until we cross that bridge. I began wiping out 60 Squirtle to maximise our shiny odds, and was honestly shocked that we were still getting small numbers of Squirtle spawns. I wonder why. I was also having to deal with a bit of a weird glitch where my Pokemon was just frozen and wouldn't go and attack the Pokemon in the Overworld. I had to keep swapping it in and out of the party to fix this. After 1 whole hour since our last shiny, I finally noticed the mistake I made when setting up the Squirtle hunt. It really feels like I don't... Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. I can't believe it. It was literally at this point that I realized I had the wrong powers active, and I love how you can just hear the disappointment in each sigh. Nonetheless, we had to power on, and I still had hope that we could get a decent time for this hunt. We were only at 2 hours and 15 minutes after all. This would be the factor that led me to thinking up rule number 3. Always check your sandwich. After a quick sob, I created the correct sandwich and continued the hunt. Time went by so fast, and before I knew it, another sandwich was gone. But I remembered rule 1 and restarted my game, and this time it worked properly, and I made yet another water type Sammy. I watched time go by again. I watched another boost go by again, and before I knew it, we were about to hit the 4-hour mark. That's when disaster struck. The time on my Switch had clocked over midnight, and the outbreak disappeared. This has happened in my last episode as well, while hunting Charmander, and because of this, I felt I needed to create another rule. Rule number 4. Keep an eye on the time. Unlike the time when the Charmander outbreak disappeared, having a Squirtle outbreak disappear was a huge loss, as it had taken so long to get the outbreak in the first place, and we had already been hunting Squirtle for almost 3 hours. I was absolutely devastated. But if you thought I was going to give up, you are crazy. There is no way we were giving in, because I said we would catch all the shiny starters, and that's exactly what we were going to do. So I began the resets, and after only 49 further resets, we had a Squirtle outbreak. We wasted no time and created a level 3 water sandwich and got to knocking out 60 of these little blue turtles. I was so happy to see that this area was offering us so many more spawns, and the Squirtles weren't really having to battle for real estate. I was especially excited when I realized that you could just sit on the side of the mountain and survey the Squirtle from above like a security camera. Time was ticking, and I was getting more and more nervous every set of encounters, and then, finally, oh my god, there it is, there it is. Oh, I told you I'd spot it. That took far too long. Far too long. Oh my god. Look at it. Yep. Oh. Okay. Stop wasting time. Let's catch it. Make sure that Bloom is at the front. Wait. Wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh no, it's running. It's running. No, 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 no. Where are you going? Don't you dare. Jeez. No, okay. There we go. Stop the timer. 4 hours, 45 minutes, and 23 seconds. Somehow this ended up being longer than the savannah. Which is insane, because over 3 hours of this biome was spent trying to get this little turtle. This little guy that's on screen right now. Over 3 hours. Not happy. That was it. We finally stopped the timer. This biome felt like it was going to be over incredibly quickly, but that false sense of security led us down a deep hunt for a shiny Squirtle, which took about 3.5 hours alone. We finished this hunt at 4 hours and 45 minutes, a time that surpassed the previous biome by 37 whole minutes. Nonetheless, we had gained some new amazing friends, and with my new set of rules, I was ready to tackle our next target, the coastal biome. I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye for now.